Hey everyone, this will be quick because I am having a very full work week and it's exhausting, so I'm tired. If I could share lots of this information all the time, I'm like a never-ending think tank. Anyways, the topic of today's very quick message is we allow what we allow. We allow what we allow. So I can take this back to primary education and parenting, right? So let's say, for example, the first days of school or the first couple of days after a school holiday or anything like that. So if you have rules and expectations and procedures in a classroom, well, you establish those, they're agreed upon, and there's no exception as to why it will not happen or anyone can break them, right? So on the first day of school, for example, if you're allowing or letting the kids come into the classroom first thing in the morning, if you tell them to walk and to go put up a backpack and sit in their desk, you repeat that. Walk, put up your backpack, sit in your desk until every kid is doing it. And that's how rules and procedures are learned, right? So if, for example, we go on whatever and a kid decides not to sit in their desk, and someone thinks, well, most of the other kids are sitting in their desk, but this kid didn't, and move on, well, we've allowed that to happen. So that kid will do the same thing. This is the same thing in basic parenting. If you tell a child, I want you to do this, or this is the consequence. For example, like, first we do your homework, you do your homework, then you can earn video games. Yes? Well, you have to follow through. The only way that someone can earn a privilege or reward is by doing what was stated first. Yes? Yes. So, this is, as I said, hopefully very quick and brief about what I see right now in the massive education debate. First, I do not believe the Department of Education can be shut down. I am sort of certain that many in the in leadership positions, they've learned to spack, and I'm talking like you have a organization and they will have all these other pseudo companies without physical addresses, with names. But I'm pretty sure it cannot be dissolved. And what I think is happening, like you can see almost any topic, is debate, right? Because what is debate? One side sees this side, another sees this side. So when they debate, they're against each other. Basically, it's a form of control and fear, right? So why are we allowing this? Okay? Two other quick points before we go back on to what we're allowing. It is private school placements are paid for by the Department of Education. And charter schools only account for 5% of the total school population. So back to, we allow what we allow. And my oldest son once told me, because I'm always like, I want to change this. I want to change this. This is wrong. What can I do? What can I do? And he said, Mom, the only way to make change is with power and money. And you think about that, and that's true, right? Like, I have all of these ideas of things, or these knowledge and experience, and it's like, I just wish I could tell someone, but no one's gonna listen, because you need power and money. And that's how this keeps going on and going on. I mean, we're talking centuries and centuries and centuries, okay? So, here's a question. I see a lot of people posting, let's say LinkedIn, a blog, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And I want to ask, do you know your audience? Because if you're just making a blog and making posts and putting things out there, what is your motivation? Is your motivation to make change? Or is your motivation just to write stuff and put it out there? It might be the latter. So if it takes power and money to make change, and this is a consideration, the federal government has 3 branches: executive, yes, judicial, and legislative. So, even if some people in the past or others thought that the executive branch had sole authority, that's wrong. It has to go through all 3. And if we're at the point in this world where all 3 are now filled with people, offices, in this nepotism riddled world, then our problem is even greater. But still, power and money. So if all of these laws and the separation of powers and checks and balances are supposed to protect the people, right? The Constitution is for the people. Then where do you think this abundance of power and money can come from to make change? I think it's from the people. Anyways, guys, have a good one. I will elaborate more this weekend. And thanks, and good night.